whenever you're doom scrolling, it places a live feed of the selfie camera in the corner of the screen.
The surgery, which is like $18,000, but in Mexico or in South Korea, which is only $4,500.
Some of them might go up to $250,000
for a license plate.
For a license plate. Yeah.
Seems like a good use of capital.
Harry.
Alex, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, you're building something?
Yes. So let's imagine we have
What year are you, by the way?
I'm a junior studying computer science at Columbia.
Amazing. Undergrad.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you building?
Okay, so let's imagine we have a customer. Her name is Linda. She is a public high school teacher, and she is 54 years old. She made probably like $58,000 yearly, and she has saved $6,000. And she wants to do facelift because she's gonna retire, and she wants, look better and have sort of like second life. And but in the U.S., the surgery, which is like around like $20,000 or like $18,000, but in Mexico or in South Korea, which is only like $4,500,
right.
which is okay for her, in terms of like expenses, because this kind of surgery won't be covered by insurance at all,
right.
And she have to pay out of her pocket, right? So she has some sort of like concerns or like barriers, like she doesn't know Spanish at all, and she is worried about like logistics, like the flights, hotels, sort of thing, and she sort of don't know how to verify those clinics or providers in Mexico. So she have to reach out to those like middleman, like Bookiemed, this kind of thing. But when you go to their website, you will see a tab which is called Become a Partners, which means if you're a provider or clinic in Mexico, you have to pay the platform some money, then you'll be listed. So which is not really transparent and objective. So that's why we are building like Crosscare AI.
It's called Crosscare AI?
Yes, Crosscare AI. And we're trying to transform medical tourism with AI, just like...
Medical tourism, that's the term?
Yes, like we're trying to transform it with AI.
Like I hear about hair transplant Turkey, kind of similar problem.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of UK, they go like Turkey for some hair implantation. So basically, we are only focusing on the surgeries, medical treatments, which won't be covered by insurance at all, which means you have to pay out of your own pocket. Like plastic surgery, dental implantation, hair implantation, anything about like cosmetic, this kind of things won't be covered by insurance. And we're doing like three things. One is like smart matching. So we don't need the providers pay us. We only list all the providers with their own credentials, with local reviews, those sort of insider information like only medical people know, and we sort of put them like translate them or put them together, make them available to you to make you know which provider is like verified, has really good services.
Do you need a provider's approval? Are you onboarding providers from Turkey or all these places you've mentioned, or?
Okay, I think building some partnership with them definitely better, but here I'm saying, like, for example, in South Korea, right? They have their own browser, because I literally just contact like Bookiemed and they give me just like one PDF, which is only one provider, and I was trying to search for this provider on Google, and I cannot find anything because probably, he has some sort of South Korean name. I don't know how, like South Korean.
Right.
And probably there are a lot of reviews about this provider just because I don't know like Korean, so I cannot get this kind of insider information.
Right.
So basically this kind of information, they're all like public, but just like probably in their local social media, in their local browser that only Korean people know, and we just put them here. So there won't be some sort of issue there.
I see.
Yeah, and the second part, we're doing like travel agent. We help you like depart from the U.S., go to your destination, do some medical treatment, and go back. And this all along the way, we're trying to help you do this kind of logistics, help you like translate your medical records, or help you connect, like talk with your providers, nurses, whatever, this kind of things. And the third thing we're going to do is a community, because probably you won't trust our views or our community, but you will trust your peers, like those people who literally go to South Korea, go to medical, do this kind of treatment, they give their real reviews, and they will trust them. So that's where we build a community. So that's the three things we're trying to do.
Very interesting. So is the product live?
We're still developing it. Yeah.
Developing it?
Yeah.
And is your goal raise funding? Like, what are you looking for? Or just right off the bat?
Yeah, I think definitely raise some funding, because if you really want to build a really useful platform. You need like database and to subscribe to its APIs, and we're also trying to use the Elan Labs to make you have sort of a in-time call with our agent, and which costs a lot of money because of APIs, and also I think probably hire some people like in Mexico or in South Korea to let them help us do some connections with the local provider. That would be also better. So which need a lot of money. Yeah.
So basically, the general problem is, for a lot of medical treatments, it's way cheaper to go overseas.
Yeah, and also they're also high quality.
And they're very high quality, but you don't necessarily know who's good and who's bad.
Yes, because you have to rely on those middlemen, and those middlemen only list the providers who pay them money.
Right.
Yeah.
So the goal is people visit crosscare.ai for any procedure they're looking for, hair transplant, whatever, not covered by insurance.
Yes.
Very interesting. Boob jobs, BBLs,
exactly, injections, sort of thing. Because some cosmetic surgery, they don't have a lot of risk, just for some injections. Probably some of them have some risks, and we're also trying to look for in the future.
How did you think of this idea? Did you just talk to a bunch of customers and this kept coming up, or how did you kind of validate this is something the world needs?
So like I guess like two aspects. One is from my own pain point. Like I really want to do eye surgery, which is called ICL, which is implant lens like to my eyes, which is even more advanced than just laser, and which is like in the US, in New York City, which is like $10,000. I don't do that. But in China, in South Korea, I even custom provides in Egypt, which is like much cheaper. And I like to do it in China because I'm originally from China. I know Chinese. I know like which hospital, which part they're like really good, and they are, because of the lens, they are all produced by only one company in Switzerland. So specific. So essentially, all the lenses, they are all the same. So like there won't be any difference. Only thing is providers who do the procedure for you. But I guess like in China, they're quite even much better in the US because they do this kind of surgery a lot.
Yeah.
So I mean, so that's why don't I just go back to China, use the with some family, also do the surgery at the same time? That's what I'm planning to do. And also on Reddit, I have seen like in the medical tourism community, they're talking like how can I do some sort of in South Korea, and one person literally do a lot of research for about like half a year, and finally he decided to find that this provider is good, and he will go. This like decision process is much longer than he expected. But if we have some sort of platform like verified and really fast, we have to make the decision really good and like really fast, and just initially help you book a call like with a provider, probably only 15 minutes, that help you to decide, oh, this is a good decision or not. If it's good, you can just keep going. If it's not, you can just move on. You can just don't do it.
Yeah. Interesting. How do you think you'll market this? Final question.
I think right now people's concepts are changing, because previously people are thinking, I'm gonna do natural. I don't want to do any like sort of surgery.
Right.
But right now people are doing something sort of like beauty. Even Kardashian just went to South Korea to do some like plastic surgery there because they are really good and they're cheaper. So I believe this is definitely like billions of dollars market if we can have sort of like platform to connect U.S. customers with providers in Mexico, South Korea, Turkey, China, and Japan, even Thailand, because we only focus on those countries who can provide high-quality services, like medical services, and also at a cheaper price.
Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, not just U.S. companies, but UK. I mean, those, like Canada.
Totally.
Yeah.
I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
When I need a facelift, I'm coming to you.
Yeah. I hope so. It's our idea. Like, we're developing it. Yeah.
Do you have co-founders?
Yeah, I do have a co-founder. Yeah, she's not here. She's having classes.
Oh, okay. Anyways, best of luck building it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Alex, and who am I here with?
Campbell.
Campbell? I heard you're building something. I heard it may be called WinSync.
Correct. So Alex, I know that because of your career experience, you're a little bit familiar with sports betting. Is that right?
Yeah.
So, hand in hand with sports betting, you have competitions where you bet on your own skill. Pool, winner gets $20. Basketball, winner gets $50. Video game 1v1, winner gets $100. Anything where you're betting on your own performance based on skill. Well, I play those games with my friend group a lot, and a common issue that we encounter is that the winner often isn't willing to pay up. All right? It's awkward. They sometimes dispute the outcome. They won't pay you. They'll say they'll pay you after, and they won't. You know, you get the idea. There's a lot of friction throughout the process. So for the past year and a half or so, we've been building WinSync, which is a mobile app designed to simplify this entire process and manage it efficiently and securely. So the core idea behind WinSync is every user joins the lobby, then the host sets a prize. The prize is obviously just going to be the total divided by the number of people. They all pay, everybody votes through a secure and transparent system, and then the winner gets paid out instantly with a debit card in seconds.
Right.
No more waiting. The amount gets calculated down to the cent. It happens instantly, and it makes the whole process streamlined and simple.
Fascinating. And you mentioned it's going live when? And in how many states?
So we're going live in 3 states. That's what best matched with our compliance budget. And we're gonna try and get live in about the next month. But obviously, you know, with Apple review and kind of business registration things, that timeline isn't always super clear.
And how do you plan on getting customers?
Yeah, so we've
Getting users.
Right. So we have a pretty good idea of our go-to market. One of the biggest demographics that plays these types of competitions is fraternities. And me and my co-founder, Henry, who lives in Boston, we're both in college where obviously fraternities are a really big thing. So we both know guys from fraternities who are going to help us promote the app to their brothers and, you know, get the idea out there. We've pitched it to them, they like it, and that's probably the first place we're gonna go because it's kind of, from our experience, the core of where those games take place.
And what are you studying at Columbia?
I'm studying engineering right now.
Very
I'm
cool.
a freshman.
I was gonna say, I mean, you know Roy Lee.
I do know Roy Lee.
I was gonna say, get on social media, talk about your idea. I'm sure, you know, there's a lot of people who gamble with their friends.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of people, and that's, you know, like, in person is great, but you can obviously only talk to so many people at a time.
Absolutely.
If you can get this kind of rolling in terms of social media, I mean, you could get thousands of users on your app in a day, right?
Yeah,
One TikTok
yeah.
goes viral, could pay for everything.
Yeah, that's in the plans for sure. We definitely have a lot of creative marketing strategies with social media that we're planning.
So have you been working on this
attacking.
since high school? Did you say a year?
Yeah, year and a half about. I started when I was in high school.
Wow.
And literally, I would just literally be building the app like in class. I would, you know, obviously there were a lot of stages to it. I started putting together the framework for the UI. Then we hit a bunch of walls once we realized that building a fintech product isn't easy. We had to pivot, but we just kept going, kept taking every little obstacle now, you know, one by one, and now we're here, full compliance stack, full infrastructure, industry grade product, ready to be shipped.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with it. Hopefully you get to Virginia soon. That's where I'm located.
Yeah.
Because I got some cheap friends who.
Yeah, they.
Maybe you could
they'll
pay.
love it.
Maybe you could get them to pay half the tab at dinner too. Get people to put their money down ahead of time.
Bill splitting.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
could be another use. Yeah.
But okay. Best of luck, Campbell. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Perfect. We good? Who am I here with?
Khaled.
Khaled? DJ Khaled.
Like
okay.
DJ Khaled.
I'm done. Okay. Alex, so you're
Nice to
building
meet you.
something or you got
Yeah.
an idea?
So I'm currently building.
Let's hear it.
Around 140 users in 2
Wow.
days.
Whoa.
Started this idea like
Congrats.
on Tuesday, roughly that.
Wait, you started on Tuesday and you already have 200 users or 140 users?
140. Hopefully 200
Bro,
by
it's
the end
Thursday.
of the night.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah. Especially with the weekend right now.
How are you
hitting up.
marketing it?
Outbound, so warm outbounds.
LinkedIn and stuff or
No, just direct messages, like text
email?
messages.
Oh, I see.
I think you'll get the idea when
Let's hear it. Let's
yeah.
hear it.
So one of the main problems right now is that in Craigslist or similar platforms or marketplaces, you have a lot of sellers out there just going out and posting their stuff, but no one is really responding. Like the comments are, like those are just completely ghost listings, right? So one of the ideas is having a chat interface completely on like WhatsApp or iMessages or whatever, and you just text the AI, hey, I want to buy this thing, hey, I want to sell this thing. And
Agentic marketplace.
Agentic marketplace, thank you. And then it immediately kind of clicks and like connects you with someone who actually is selling that or is looking to.
Is it
to
mainly
buy it.
in the reselling market? So like not
Yes,
Amazon
so
Prime.
similar to
Not like
Facebook
eggs.
not like eBay.
Right.
So it's like more like Craigslist or some other similar platforms like Facebook Marketplace. But
So it's especially for users who are on a budget.
on a budget, yes.
On a big budget.
Exactly.
Which is most people buying
Which is
from
most
Craigslist.
people,
So basically, I can put in, I live at Columbia University. I'm looking for a very cheap wooden table.
Yeah.
You'll connect me to a seller
someone
with the
who's-
best price and reviews, or how are you ranking that?
So one of the things is that we have a lot of kind of data that we already collected. So we collected that data, we analyzed it, and we directly so we already have like the phone numbers of those sellers. We already have the people who are actually kind of providing that supply, and we just directly call them or like send them an email or like a text and tell them, hey, we have an interested buyer. Would you like to sell this to him? So it's entirely, the agent acts entirely as a broker for you, where it goes and like actually contacts people.
How do you
on
make
your
money?
behalf. So we take a commission right now. It's 5%. We still didn't close a deal yet.
On sales or buyers?
On sales.
Okay, so the seller's paying
The seller
the fee.
is paying the fee. Yes.
So the seller has to
But we're
opt in.
still, yeah. the
So you
seller
need
has
all
to
these
opt in
Craigslist sellers to sign up.
to also sign up. So we're also going to the sellers. We're like telling them, hey, we've got an interested buyer. Are you interested? And the moment that he says yes, because it's entirely by phone, right? So we already have his phone number. We already have his name. We already have that information. He just says yes. We already register him. He's a registered user, and he can.
And then if he
immediately-
makes a sale, you take your 5%.
Yes, my 5%, exactly.
Very interesting.
And we have like this escrow system where the money is being held.
So marketplaces are obviously very hard businesses because you need.
I know, right?
So, of your 140 users, like, where are you having? I know it's only been 2 days, but within the traction you've had, is it mainly buyers or sellers who have signed up?
So
also, is it all in New
it's
York?
No, so it's I've been
Everywhere.
trying, everywhere. So I've been trying this specifically for Saudi, because
Saudi
Arabia, yes.
Damn. Okay.
Because
They have
there's a
Facebook
huge,
Marketplace over there.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a similar Facebook Marketplace.
Is
app.
it
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace or
It's
is it a
not
different
Facebook.
app?
No,
Oh,
it's a
I see.
different app. It's called Haraj. I'm not sure if you've heard of it.
No, I have not.
Yeah, but it's similar to Craigslist and like Facebook
Yeah.
Marketplace. But I've been trying it out there because the regulations are so much more chill. But then I'm also trying to expand into kind of iMessages and like try it.
Are you from Saudi Arabia?
I am from Saudi Arabia.
That makes
yeah.
sense now.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's a very interesting country
Yeah,
to launch
country
a business
to-
in.
yeah.
So all the users are in Saudi Arabia currently.
Currently, yes. All the
And,
users.
and again, how did you source them?
So from Haraj or like different platforms.
You reach out to the
Telegram,
sellers.
Snapchat, exactly. We reach out to the buyers and the sellers. There's a lot of posts where like, I'm looking for this specific license plate. I'm looking for this exact table. I'm looking for this exact thing. I just scrape them. I contact them. Hey, are you interested? We've got sellers. We've got buyers. Are you still looking for it?
Yeah, I mean, someone will definitely win this industry, right?
I know,
Almost
right?
certainly. I want
And
to.
agents are there. Like
Yeah.
agents are gonna lead it.
especially for items where, not fashion, where there's not taste, right? Like,
Exactly.
I need a new microphone that works,
Yes.
right? Send
It
me
just
one
works,
under $100, the cheapest option or the quickest delivery or
Exactly.
whatever. Very interesting.
Yep. And one of the nice things about Saudi is that we have a huge license plates market. So
License
plates, yes. So like very unique license plates.
Why?
Like
What?
The number.
Don't you get them when you
one.
buy the car?
Yes, but you can also transfer them, and there are unique license plates for like specific names. For example,
DJ Khaled.
like DJ, whatever it might
Yeah.
be, and they actually go for really high. So some of them might go for like $20,000. Some of them
Wow.
might go to like up to $250,000
For a license plate.
For a license plate. Yeah.
Seems like a good use of capital.
Exactly. I mean that's Saudi in like a nutshell.
That oil money, baby.
Oh,
No, I'm
money.
kidding. I wonder how much a license
yeah.
plate oil would go for.
I don't know. I don't want to know. I'm too scared to know.
That's very interesting,
yeah.
though. So you're basically going to try to attack the agentic marketplace for the Middle East.
And then hopefully, if that works out, I'm also gonna expand to the US. Try to also go there because I know like iMessages is really big here, and everyone is using iMessages. So why not have a marketplace on iMessages?
What do you think the hardest part of this business will be?
I think one of the biggest parts is that AI really costs like the tokens or like the credits of AI. The token usage is really high. So I think would 5% that commission make sense for the amount of text that the AI is producing and like going out and looking for a specific match for you and acting as a broker. So does the economics like the microeconomics work or not? But I think we'll find out.
I think even just acquiring users, right? Do you have enough buyers, sellers?
So
are you helping buyers enough where they come back to the platform?
Exactly. Are they coming back? Are they churning?
Yeah, exactly. Or is it easier for them to just go on Haraj if you're not saving them enough time or enough money or whatever? I think that's what will be interesting.
That's what,
140 users though in 2 days. You can't complain about that.
I know, right? That's so fun.
That's pretty
like,
crazy.
I've been trying to build for like the past a year and a half. This is the first time like where I actually like got traction, like have users interact with the product. So this is really fun. Like the building side is also really enjoying for me.
Are you a solo founder?
So I've currently got a co-founder.
Is he in the U.S. or Saudi
He's in the
Arabia?
U.S. He currently studies at UC Irvine.
Oh, cool.
But yeah.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. California.
No Columbia, but
no, not Columbia, but they've got they're in Orange County. They've got the shore. They've
but
got
in many ways that's a
the
good
West
thing.
Coast.
Yeah. Okay, amazing.
Right.
I wish you the best of luck on this idea.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it.
Stella, Alex, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What year are you?
I'm a junior. I transferred this past fall from the University of South Florida, and I study information science.
Interesting. Is USF in Miami? No?
Tampa.
Tampa.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you're studying neuroscience?
Information science.
Information science, I apologize.
That's okay.
And do you have a business you're working on?
I have an idea for an app. It's relatively straightforward. Like
Yay.
the last participant, it's about addiction, but screen addiction. The app is called Doom Scroll Cam, right? And it's pretty straightforward. So whenever you're doom scrolling, it places a live feed of the selfie camera in the corner of the screen so that you can't depersonalize from your corporeal state while you're doom scrolling. You have to see the drool running down all 6 of your chins while you're while you're scrolling. And that's it. That's basically the entire, and maybe a timer too, because I don't know, the profitability.
So basically, anytime I'm on social media, it will pop up.
Anytime you're in an infinite scroll, short
I
form
see.
video feed, so YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok, because they rely on you losing time, right? And kind of forgetting that the only things moving are your eyelids and your thumb,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, it's kind of funny, kind of unserious, but I think it would. I mean, if I had to look at my face every time I fell into one of those loops.
Definitely. So is it called Doom Scroll? Is it live?
No.
Oh. Are you building it? What's the plan?
My plan is.
I actually kind of like the idea. I mean, obviously I don't know how you'd monetize it, but if you can start out, get a bunch of users.
Because it wouldn't be attractive to the apps themselves, obviously. It would, you know, threaten one of their main profit streams. But,
Totally.
Yeah, screen addiction's a real problem, I think.
It definitely is a real problem. I mean, I've heard about apps that, what do? They like block or something?
Yeah, Opal is a good one. That one really helped me. But the issue is you re-download the app for something else, like messaging someone who you only have a contact with through the app, and then you're just back onto scrolling, right? It's built in. And like, I don't know, iPad babies. YouTube used to be a little safer for kids, you know, which is kind of a crazy thing to say out loud, but it's even worse because you have like kids under 8 or 10 addicted to shorts or whatever they're called. And
yeah.
Those are especially pernicious, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So do you mind, what is the neuroscience or what's the effect of short form video and doom scrolling?
The effect of short form video on doom scrolling or on our brains?
Yeah.
Well,
why is it bad? I guess you hear all the time too much screen time is bad, especially for kids. Why is that?
Well, it's highly dopaminergic, right? And
dopaminergic, that is a crazy word.
Well, as opposed to long form media, which is more intentional,
I see.
maybe includes more scholarly sources,
Yeah.
and is more likely to the stated goal is more likely to be to teach as opposed to sell something, or to raise your cortisol. It's like the difference between reading the news and reading your Twitter feed, right?
Can't wait to post this on short form.
Get off your phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when you're scrolling through Twitter, it's a bunch of compact messages designed to keep your attention or raise your cortisol or make you angry, right? As opposed to like something that is thoughtful and long form and designed to impart knowledge or teach you something.
Definitely.
Right? And so I just think there need to be options for people, especially parents, right, to meaningfully prevent doom scrolling.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I like the idea. So, you gonna build it or what?
I guess.
Doom scroll cam?
Sure.
Build it, market it on short form video, and to get people to stop short form video. I think it's a cool idea. I mean, I would try a lot of things to lower my social media consumption. I'm a big believer that posting is really valuable, like for a business or whatever.
Sure.
But I do think sitting there and just, scrolling, time goes by quick.
But YouTube and Meta have no incentive to, scale back on the short form media. It's their most profitable. It's eclipsed.
It's everything nowadays.
Every other profit stream they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Doom Scroll Cam, how did you come up with the name? I like it.
I can't remember how I came up with the name. I remember I was like a year ago, I was just sitting in the yard with my friend Samantha, and she was scrolling, and I was like, wouldn't it be funny if you had to like look at your face drooling like while you're scrolling? And she lost it laughing, and I was like, that made her laugh.
I would definitely scroll less. I definitely think it's a good idea. Again, I don't know how you monetize, but I feel like I could see it going viral on short form social media and getting users. Talk about it on Reddit.
It wouldn't really be a profit thing, which is difficult for, getting it off the ground.
Yeah.
It would be more about
helping people.
Protecting their brains.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wish you the best of luck with it.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you. Who am I here with?
I'm Agnes Fionn. I'm a freshman here.
Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Nice to meet you. I'm from London.
That's what I thought. Okay. Amazing. And are you currently working on something?
As
a
in,
business?
No.
Startup?
I'm not.
But you have an idea?
I do have an idea.
I'm excited to hear
I'm a student athlete here. I'm on the rowing team.
Yeah.
And so, as someone who does also have an Oura ring, I find that it doesn't cater enough to, sort of tracking menstrual cycles and how that affects, performance. So my pitch idea would be a training and recovery app that also has a wearable device like a Garmin or an Oura ring that's able to track sort of love hormones, HRV, because these are all stuff that's not a lot of information about it. There's not a lot of information that's available online, especially for younger female athletes who don't know as much. And so this would kind of help with injury prevention. For example, when you're on your period, you have higher risks of ACL injuries and stuff like that, as well as getting REDS, which is a relative energy deficiency syndrome. It's when you burn more calories than you're eating, and so it slowly starts to shrink weight.
Very interesting. So, what do you need to collect? Blood? Or is it literally just
it's just
heartbeat?
It's just heartbeat the same. Okay. I mean, the person using the app would have to track their menstrual cycle. They'd have to input the information.
I see.
But just as much Oura rings do now, those Oura rings already track sort of your heart rate and your body temperature when you're on your period as well. So they're able to tell when you're menstruating, when you're past the follicular phase, what phase of your menstrual cycle you're in.
I see. So it could just be a ring or a watch.
Yeah,
or something
exactly.
That.
It doesn't have to be anything that involves taking blood.
Why don't you think companies like Whoop or Oura Ring or even Apple Watch, why do you think they currently don't do it?
I think that a lot of the information that they're using is based on male performance or male recovery and sort of that situation. And so I think that this one would be more that's more catered to female. So
I see.
Because it wouldn't technically be an app that could be used for male athletes.
That's interesting. And what do you think? So you currently feel as a student athlete here that there's no good products kind of catering to the woman.
Yes.
So Oura Ring, Apple Watch, Whoop, I don't know. There's probably a long list of them. They don't provide maybe the level of data you want.
So I have an Aura ring myself, and I use it when I'm like trying to like track my period cycle. But the thing is, it's not catered as well to telling you when you're going to be optimal for like your fertility. So it has a lot of, it can provide you with a lot of information on your cycle and your hormones, but it doesn't provide you with that additional information like how that will sort of inhibit your performance or make the performance.
I see. Okay, so final question. Sorry.
It's okay.
So final question is in terms of wearable, do you think like what I have seen is jewelry that's become popular? Like I actually think there's a few startups that are wearables for women. Yeah. Like do you think something like that? I feel like if you're building for women, unless you're solving a really deep problem, which is like you're providing such better insights, which in that case, why couldn't Oura Ring or Apple Watch add it in?
Yeah.
Like, how do you make it cool or stylish or whatever? Because that is a lot of it with Woo, I know, or Oura Ring or whatever. Like, people like the style.
Or, to be fair, with Oura Ring as well, a lot of people don't like that it's a very chunky ring. I think it has to be, if it was to be a piece of jewelry, I think it has to be something that's small, it's not too flashy, it's very easy to use. Like, for example, like with growing, I can't rub with my Oura Ring on because I can't rub with a ring on. So it's like an earring, for example, well, I think watches can be good as well, but watches just don't track sort of the heart rate to the same degree as like a ring does. And so I think it would be about finding some sort of jewelry that does that while also still being cute, like accessible.
That makes sense.
Because Oura Ring is also like, it can be very expensive and you have to pay for a subscription on top of that. I feel like a lot of people disagree with this.
Yeah, interesting. So, when did you think of this idea? Recently?
Yeah, very recently.
Amazing.
But it's also, I feel like it is something that I think that is very important. I think not a lot of athletes, like I remember talking to some of my teammates and they didn't know what symbol like threads is, and so I feel like bringing more awareness to that through devices like this is going to be very good.
Yeah. So, do you like think you want to start your own thing after school or during school? Is that like a goal of yours?
I've never really thought about it, but I definitely want to go into some sort of industry that involves like creating new ideas or solutions.
Yeah.
To like, keep up with that.
So, what would you have to see for you to decide to actually pursue this idea?
Probably funding. Funding, supporting the idea, enough popularity for it. I think that would be just the biggest one. Like support to get it sorted.
That makes sense. Maybe like a Kickstarter or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope you build this. It's a cool idea.
Thank you.
I'm not the target group, but I'd love to try one.
Yeah.
I've never had a wearable. Okay, good. Nice. Moving faster. Thank you. Name?
Via Chopra?
Via Chopra?
Yes.
Is that a first and a last name?
Sorry. My first name is Via, last name is Chopra.
Amazing. And what year are you?
I'm a freshman at Columbia.
How do you like it?
I love it. I think it's pretty fun.
Are you from New
It's challenging, but good. I'm from San Diego, California.
That's an amazing spot. She is too. So let's hear the idea.
Yes. So my name is Via Chopra. I'm a freshman at Columbia. I have 2 cochlear implants. And when people get a cochlear implant, the process of getting your brain to train, the process of training your brain to hear again is a very time-consuming and arduous process. You have to go to audiologists who may be far away. It's expensive for many, and the biggest thing is that clinics and patients have no way to track each other's progress. So, for example, I go to the doctor's office. They tell me, okay, go home, train your brain to hear again. Practice this many words, this many times. They have no way to monitor that. Something that I went through, something that everyone in the community went through, and actually it is an incorporated startup, and we are live on the App Store. We have users. We are currently moving toward a paid pilots with Stanford, Cornell, and Columbia. And
How many
it's
users?
been validated. We have audiologists testing it. We have the curriculum given by them.
How many users?
So technically this is a B2C and a B2B app.
I see.
So the B2C app, we just tested it. We just got some very vague initial feedback to how we wanted it, which is like 500. But the main users I'm actually counting are the audiologists who've tested it and given feedback. That's about 50 total audiologists.
Got
And
it.
they help design the curriculum, help design the app.
Got it.
well.
You're a good speaker, by the way. You're good at
Thank
pitching. So can you explain in a little dumber terms for me what or simpler terms, what is the purpose of the app? Who is downloading it, and what problem are you solving?
Yeah, so people with cochlear implants, hearing aids, and hearing loss will all be potential users of the app.
I see.
And that's for the B2C version. However, the B2B version will be any audiologists, doctors, and clinics, hospitals who need a way to track their patients.
I see.
And so this essentially is a rehabilitation tool. So both patients and clinics can benefit.
And what's the pitch to consumers?
The pitch to consumers is they get to train their brain tissue again. They save time
I
on
see.
going to appointments.
I
They
see.
save a lot of time on expensive visits. They save a lot of time. And the pitch for clinics will kind of be, well, patients pay per visit. So that means half of the appointment times are spent on just diagnostics. They can enter the appointment with the data. So
Right.
that means they can take on more patients or take less audiologists, making a huge win on their end as well.
I see. So, very interesting. How are you acquiring your users?
Right now, we are doing initial vague testing through clinics, but the best way to get it is actually through the clinics themselves because they have the best
Interesting.
patients themselves. Another route we're thinking of is partnering with cochlear implant companies such as Advanced Bionics, Remain Mind, hearing aid companies, etc. But if we do that, then we kind of don't make it fair to other companies as well.
Yeah.
So we're exploring ways, but right now the easiest way is just through clinics.
Amazing. Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
Very interesting idea, and you're clearly passionate about it and solving a legitimate problem.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great job.
I'm Pratyush and I'm a freshman at Columbia.
You like it so far?
It's really good. I love the city. There's a lot to do in the city. It's a lovely city, especially coming from India.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what are you building?
Yeah. So everyone talks about AI agents, right?
Yes.
And everyone is trying to build AI agents that try to do everything.
Yep.
But what we are trying to build is a communication and a settlement layer where agents can talk to other agents. So let's say I have a task, right? That let's say I want to build a website. That's
Right.
my general task. And within that task, I have multiple subtasks that are really specialized. Like I need the content from a website. I need a Ask AI button. I need a customer support. I need and a lot of things. Right? So what if my agent, which is a generalized agent, could assign that task to a specialized agent that is built by another developer on a platform, and this all can work simply by if you just to pip install a product in the terminal CI, and then that agent can assign that task to another agent, and then we have a judge. So let's say the website agent will be the caller agent.
Yeah.
The caller agent assigns that task to the worker agent. Once the worker agents complete the task goes to judge. Judge determines that if the quality of the output is what the caller agent asked. If it is, then we have a payment transfer between both the agents. Otherwise, the payment isn't transferred and you get a minimal pay for the quality.
I see.
Yeah.
So let's dumb that down to where the average person can understand.
Okay.
Explain everything. What problem are you solving? This is B2B, is it B2C? And what is the main blocker right now? Just like dumb it down a little for you two.
Yeah, sure. So the main problem is that the agents are generalized.
Yeah.
They don't have they can't perform other tasks that well compared to a specialized agent that is particularly trained for that task. And what if that agent can assign that task to a specialized agent? Let's say, let's take a real world example.
Yeah, let's do a real world example. Like, give us an example of a company who could benefit or something like that.
Okay, I was thinking about a real world example. Like, I just came back from gym.
Yeah.
So let's say I have a trainer, right? And that trainer becomes the general agent in this case. Now I can do push-ups.
Yeah.
I can do sit-ups. I can do my back. I can do my chest. Imagine if you have a different trainer for every part of your body. Let's say you have a different agent that will help you to do your chest.
Right.
It will help you do your back. Different.
Yeah.
So the agent that is particularly trained for your chest will obviously be better than your trainer who is trained for everything.
Right.
So that's a main thesis. And that's what happened centuries back with humans. As we begin to specialize, we started assigning tasks to specialized people. Like if someone is good at art, he became an artist. We began trading.
Right.
First of all, we began with barter trading. We started to trade. Like, let's say I was a farmer. I was really well at growing crops. Then I would give my crops to someone who is really good at making like paintings, anything, right? So I would trade my crops for the paintings. So that's what specialization is. And now we are trying to replicate that into agents. So
Right.
Everyone is using agents.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you're building the MVP currently?
Yes. Yes.
And what's your goal with this? Do you want to drop out, go to an accelerator, like work on it this summer? What's kind of your plan?
So we are like my co-founder and I are staying in New York for this summer, and then we're going to SF in May and July. So in May we are planning to talk to some investors. First of all, we want feedback. So we are currently
Why don't you talk to customers?
yeah. First of all, we're trying to find some developers who use our product and maybe give us feedback on how it works. So we are currently building the MVP right now. And second,
Do you see this mainly like your initial customers being solo devs, indie hackers, or like people with full-time software engineering jobs at big companies? Like, who do you think your target customer is initially?
I think I did this concept in there's a book by Peter Thiel that's called 0 to 1.
Oh my gosh, I love that book. Yeah, that's the
I've
best
read
book
multiple
ever.
startup books. Yeah.
I've read that book multiple times. It's good. It's a good
I read
book.
it twice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Smart kid.
So it talked about the concept that when you're starting, start with something niche, right?
Totally.
So we want to start with developers who are not working full time, but instead, first of all, they need to know how to write code. So we're trying to target developers who spend a lot of time white coding, and then we're because they use the agents the most.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
And what do you think? So when will the MVP be done?
We're trying. Okay, so currently we're trying to build the interface in the command line, and then I think by the next week we should be able to ship something that would work. Like, yeah, by the next week.
How are you going to get customers to try it?
That's something. So we are
Post
currently
on social media,
Yeah. No,
Reddit,
I don't-
Twitter.
Yeah, X is one thing, and then we're trying to reach to Columbia alumni who are
Yeah.
currently working in companies that are
Smart.
related to agents. Then we have a startup directory in Columbia's, like I'm in CSL lab, that's the startup lab, and then we are like outreaching like my little professor.
Yeah.
Like I met her, her husband is in tech, and like he's working with agents, so we were talking to him. And so currently we're outreaching people for feedback, and then maybe if they can help with connections and talk to other people.
That's amazing. So final question, did you always know, like coming into Columbia, you were entrepreneurial, you wanted to start something, or is this kind of new? You just saw the problem and realized I have to build here.
Like I've been into entrepreneurship since my high school. So okay, what I did in my high school was like I come from western part of India. That's a really dry region. So what It's a really dry region.
Oh, I
and
see.
like farmers don't have water to irrigate their crops. So what we found was we tried to implement a bunch of precision agriculture practices there by building an organization, a collection of farmers, and that was really successful. We ended up getting CSR for like 100K in that.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, that was in my high school. I did all 4 years, and I knew I wanted to do entrepreneurship. Like even my dad.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You're a hustler.
Yes.
I like it. That's the way to do it.
And like even in like we started this like maybe 1.5 months ago. Even in the previous semester, I was trying to build like persistent AI agents, which is you have memory, but now we have like cloud, which is basically the same thing we're trying to build.
Right.
So it didn't work.
Right.
The previous semester, and we tried a couple of projects previous semester.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. Any questions? Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, I want to talk about how to first of all like outreach people and how do you like how do you take feedback from them? Like what particular questions to ask?
I think number one, charge early. I mean, it's very common advice. You probably saw it 0 to 1, but the only way to actually validate product market fit is people paying you, even if it's just a little bit of money. Like in my business, we started charging like $3 or $4 for our initial product. It ended up going up to 200, but I think the only way you can actually verify that you have the helicopter deck. The only way you can the only way that you can validate that you have product market fit is if people are paying you. And then I think you just have to reach out to everyone. I would be posting on X.
Yes.
I'd be posting on LinkedIn. As you said, the alumni network's great. Like when we wanted to hire people or when we wanted to get in touch with people who could help us, Stanford alumni database, blowing it up, like LinkedIn, thousands of messages, Sales Navigator, just trying to get in touch with people and customers. We posted on Reddit. Like our initial customers were from Reddit, Discord, posting on X. Like we just tried to get seen everywhere and get feedback. And again, some feedback's bad, but when you start hearing the same thing over and over again, you start to notice what, like I literally would ask people, what would make you pay $100 a month for this? And they told us, we need this tool, we need faster data for these sports books, you have to do this and this. And then it's very clear, okay, 100 people have told me, if I do XYZ, if we have faster data, more sports books, and these 3 betting tools, we'll pay $100 a month. Now let's go do it. We've actually verified customers will pay for it.
Okay.
For your business, it's obviously a little different, but I would say X, there's a ton of developers, Reddit, Discord, like just you want to scream your idea from the rooftop, get as many developers as possible to try it, give you feedback, and just listen. Like, so many people want to hear reaffirming advice like, oh, it's great. Which you'll hear from a lot of people if you're not charging, like, oh, this is cool. But I think it's like, the question is, what don't you like and what do I need to build so you pay however much you think per month for this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, like, I have a few friends who say that you should not share your idea. Like,
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
No, there's actually a saying. It's like first-time founders are far too protective. They ask people to sign NDAs. Second-time founders, they scream their idea from the rooftop. You need feedback. Ideas are cheap. Execution's everything. There's a million AI ideas right now. You need to execute. You need to get feedback. You need to talk to people. That's bullshit. I mean, it really is like for basically any idea. Don't listen to that advice. Whatever friend gave it to you, drop that friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was nice talking to you.
It was great talking to you.
Yes.
Who am I here with?
My name's Jeevan. I'm a junior at Columbia.
Jeevan, junior at Columbia. I'll let you hold it.
Okay.
So you're building something?
Yeah.
Pumped to hear about it.
Yeah. So this is actually not what I'm building, but it's something else that I think you might like. So essentially, right now, if you build a coding agent or you clone Timmy and you make a better, coding CLI capability, it's really hard to go and test it on something like Sweetbench, right? Sweetbench has thousands of tests. To run it in sequence on your laptop, it takes a lot of setup, and it requires, your laptop to be continuously running. So there's a pretty simple way to fix this, is to run it in a bunch of sandboxes and to run all of these tests in parallel. This requires a lot of setup, and it requires you to integrate heavily with one of the big agent providers, like Daytona, B2B, Modal, or something. The big ones right now. And I think right now there's a lot of opportunity in the open source community. The open source models are getting really good, and I think students and young developers should have the opportunity to build on top of these models, create something new, create these agents that are unique and strong and are able to compete with some of the top agents in the world, and then be able to easily benchmark their system and show it off. So I made a little benchmarking software. Right now it's only hooked up to Sweetbench, Gaia, which is like this tool use one, and then Web Arena, which is like a web agent benchmark. It's built fully on top of Daytona, and the idea is you go from a Git clone. I handle everything, so instead of having to hook it up to the Sweetbench harness, modify your agent, I do all of that. So I take it in, I convert it into the proper Docker image, proper agents, and then you can say, hey, I want to run it on 10 Daytona sandboxes with a concurrency of 10, meaning I have 10 sandboxes running and 10 tests running at the same time.
Yeah.
And now you can run it for free in the cloud with literally in 5 minutes, and then there's leaderboard, and you can share your agent and deploy it. Pretty much few clicks. It's built for young developers, for students who want to show off on the
So that's is that your target? Students, solo developers? Who is the target for this is the right user? initially? Like, who are you going after?
Yeah, so this is not meant for OpenAI or Anthropic. They
Right.
already have their own harnesses. This is meant for the open source community.
I see.
Anyone who wants to make something and share it quickly, and then it's like meant to be a place where you can show off your results.
In what niche, like, where do you think you'll have the most success? Who do you think needs this the most
Yeah.
out of anyone? If you had to guess.
Quick thing, this is not like something I'm trying to make a lot of money on.
Yeah.
This is something I just think like needs to be there.
Right.
And I'm making like for the open source community.
I see.
So it's like guys.
That makes sense. Very cool.
Yeah. Sorry, Wolf.
No, I was just asking, like, who do you think needs this most? If you had to guess, like, is it going to be students, solo developers who are trying to vibe code apps and monetize them? Like,
Yeah.
where do you think you'll have the most success? Obviously, the open source community is big. Like, what niche do you think would need this most?
At the start, students and solo developers for sure. But I'm hoping like as it gains traction and it gains a strong community that anyone who builds a strong agent wants to show off their results at this project. The reason I made it is because there's an infra company that I was really interested in working at, and I think they're positioned really well to kind of provide all of the infrastructure for these agentic sandboxes. So I built it on top of their system to kind of drive a developer community towards them and make it so that, because in the long run, especially in the infrastructure community for like anything software, like all the products are pretty much perfectly competitive. Like AWS, GCP, they pretty much have like the same product, very similar prices.
Yeah.
So how they differentiate themselves is integrating really well with services and having a developer communities that are like very sticky and like used to using their service. So I think like, if you want to build in the infrastructure space, you need to create a sticky community. So I made this for them. And yeah.
Okay, amazing. And what questions did you have?
I wanted to hear your thoughts on it, and I wanted to hear like what you think would be important. Just honest.
Yeah.
Pretty open-ended.
I think, is the product ready to go?
Yeah, it works.
So I think number one is just how are you getting it in the hands of these solo developers, these students?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big believer in the second you have the MVP ready, you need to be screaming it, from the rooftops or whatever, Twitter, Reddit, whatever, going around Columbia. Like, are there already developers using it? What's feedback been?
I just worked on it just to pitch it to the CEO of Cars team.
Oh wow!
So I haven't started like developing.
Oh,
I haven't started like posting about it.
Oh, I see.
So right now it's just like like me, him, and like maybe a few people.
I see.
Yeah.
And what are his thoughts?
I mean, he loves it. I'm gonna be working on it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess like my thoughts on it are, I'm not a solo developer or a student. I don't know the exact, I guess I wouldn't be the target customer.
Yeah.
But I think I'm a big believer in just like, you want to talk to as many people as possible. I spoke to the first 1,000 customers we had for my business. What do you like? What don't you like? What do I need to improve? What would make you pay more? I know you mentioned your goal isn't necessarily, trying to even build this into a company. Like, you just want to build this for the open source community, but I think like the first thing once you have an MVP ready is how do you get a bunch of people using it? You get feedback.
Okay.
You'll see one niche it works best with, and then you double and triple down, right? Like, I don't know, PayPal was with eBay sellers, right? That's the niche they exploded in. They double, triple down, conquer that, and then they move on.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of my thoughts. Just because, like, again, I'm not the specific customer who would be using this. It seems like, but that advice is pretty general.
You want to speak this?
You good?
I accidentally like 10 times there we go.
So now?
Who am I here with?
Rahul Ramirez, freshman from Columbia.
Rahul, I'll let you hold it. I'll talk loud. So, you want to build something I heard in sports betting?
Yeah.
What is it?
So basically, I want to build the first ever continuous prediction market. So right now, prediction markets are binary. Like for a player prop, you'll have a line. Like for example, LeBron James 25.5, and you'll have to pick over or under. And so what I want to build is like an index for LeBron James points, for example. where your payout is pretty much proportional to his final performance. So, for example, if he scores 27 points, you make a little bit of money, and if he scores 50 points, you make almost double your money proportionally.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Got it.
a scalar kind of resolution.
But currently, if I want to, on a sports book, there's not one line. Like, I could go to FanDuel and I could take LeBron 40 plus points, and the odds will obviously be much better. So, what is the benefit to a consumer for using this?
I think if you want to take risk and everything, and you want to bet on parlays, you should continue to bet on FanDuel. But if you want to be a more conservative, once you've lost enough money on the books, I think you're going to want to have a more conservative strategy. And so an index like this could help you kind of hedge your risk. Because again, all those individual contracts you're talking about are binary, and so they will resolve based on whether or not he gets a certain fixed number, which is pretty much arbitrary.
Right. That makes sense. So basically, if I think LeBron is going to play great tonight,
You guys
is there only one line on LeBron? Like, how does it work? Where are you setting LeBron's line, and how are you determining my payouts? Because I do feel like the one thing that consumers don't like about variable payouts or peer-to-peer is if they're betting something and then their payout is less than they thought they were going to get. Because that's obviously not a good experience for the consumer. It's just like lacking clarity on why did I get paid this versus this.
Yeah, and like the market would work exactly like any other traditional futures markets work. So, for example, like every tick in this example could be worth $1. So the payouts are fully transparent. So LeBron ends up with 30 points, you can make $5 or 5 units, and if he ends up with 50, then you make double your units. So it could be like just think of it as a normal financial contract from 0 to 2x. And yeah, your payout would be very, very transparent, and it would just work just like
0 to 2x.
0 to 2x because
so if I bet $100, the max I can lose is still 100.
Yeah, but the cool thing about this, which is what we want to introduce, is that we can introduce options on top of the underlying futures asset. Because now, for example, you have a contract that could resolve anything from 0 to 2x of whatever the guy's line is, and so you could start playing options on top of that futures contract, and then your payout could be like a little bit more appealing.
Do you think the main application will be sports for this?
We're only focused on player props right now. It's sports player props because
Do you have a name?
it's Draft IQ right now. You can download it on the App Store.
Oh, it's what? It's already live?
Yeah, man.
Are you already taking bets?
We are taking bets.
Really?
Yeah.
So, Draft IQ, is it available in any state, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's available in any state right now as a unregulated sports book for the time being. But yeah.
Draft IQ, that is sick. And how many, do people use it every day?
So we ran a beta test at Columbia during the NFL playoffs, and we got like 100 users. We just did like a small sweepstakes challenge, which is a couple of people. And after that was just to gauge kind of consumer feel, and now we're kind of expanding, perhaps even like getting CFTC regulated so we can make this an actual market. But yeah,
definitely. So, what's your plan, I guess, for it? It's currently live on the App Store. What are you looking for to take that next step and maybe? Sorry, I got distracted. What are you looking for? What are you looking for to kind of take that next step and get the proper licenses and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think now, like before we even focus on the legality, because we're really focused on distribution right now. So just making sure like people kind of know this alternative and seeing if people really fuck with this idea. Because if people like the idea, like regardless of whether or not it's legal or not, we'll start to get it big. So that's kind of the philosophy right now is just get it to as many people as possible and make sure people kind of understand. Because our biggest challenge up until now has like getting people to conceptually understand the difference between this payout and the normal binary payout. Because it's like especially like the UI and the UX.
So do you think current users of sportsbooks and current versions of prediction markets, people aren't happy? Is that the common theme you heard that made you want to build this idea?
I am one of those consumers, and as someone that's kind of, I try to be analytical with my bets, but a lot of the asset is rooted in just pure luck, and so this is kind of our solution to that. And so I think that the more strategical, but we're not really targeting your everyday degenerate parlay gamblers. We're targeting more of the quants, the safe, like the people that actually like making strategic bets.
And how do you make money?
In the same way any prediction market, just off the fee. And actually the cool learning is we actually prefer people that put in larger bets, because you can obviously have lots of retail bettors placing small bets, but since we're taking a fee, for us, one $1,000 battery is worth as much as $100 CD. So
100%. So, very interesting. So basically, currently, you just want to get more users.
exactly.
Is there a certain threshold you see before it's like, okay, we gotta go raise or go for this license?
To be honest with you, I think as soon as we get enough traction and enough users,
What is
like,
enough traction? What does that mean?
I think once we have people talking about it and people like that are in the space that are aware of it, like people like that are current polymarket college users that are aware of this option.
I think this video will get you in front of a lot
Hopefully,
of polymarket
yeah.
users.
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. So, is your plan like work on it this summer?
Yeah, I'm going to
Full
SF this summer.
Fully work. Do you have a co-founder?
Yeah, currently looking for a co-founder, but working with a few different people, and we're kind of on and off. But none of us have really gone all in just because of school. But I think right as soon as summer hits, we'll go all in and stuff.
Got it. So, how many daily actives? What's your betting volume like? Tonight's the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
How many people are you expecting?
Yeah, so we had like 100. The NFL playoffs was like our main beta test. We had 100 users like during that time period from just Colombia. But that was virtual currency actually back then. So now it's obviously a different ball game. And so we're keeping on the DL as we make some like UI updates and everything here, and making sure like that we can get around the legality and stuff. But once we're fully confident about the product we're gonna ship, then we're hoping to get like at least that many users per day. So,
Fascinating. Continuous prediction market, and how are you marketing it?
I wouldn't say
You gotta make
I
the
think it's
Twitter, you gotta make the YouTube.
Yeah, we got to make everything. I think we're really focused on our niche, obviously. I think that's important. And for now, our thesis is that the reason why prediction markets are blowing up right now is purely because of sports. And so we're really honing in on the sports player props right now. Just like an alternative to fantasy right now. We want to get people on this for NFL season to be investing in LeBron or investing in Patrick Mahomes the same way that they gamble on them on college or trade them on their fantasy team and stuff like that. So yeah.
Amazing. Who am I here with?
Josephine.
What are you working on?
I'm working on a startup called Systech.
Systech. So, what do you do with Systech? Is it B2B, B2C? Tell us a little bit about it. You can hold this, by the way.
Sure. So Systech is a contraction of System Technology. We support refugee women get into tech jobs. Because we know the market is in shortage of talent, and we know that the refugee women are invisible.
Sorry, wait,
Nobody believes that they have talent, but actually they do.
Amazing. So, is the product already live? Did you already start it? So, systech.com?
No, sys.tech.
Oh, sys.tech. Awesome. And how did you get into this? What drove you to get into this?
So I'm a 15-year serial entrepreneur. I've been raised in the north of France, and I've seen people die at sea to cross to get to the UK, and I called parents. So for 15 years I've been working on different startups and algorithms to get people visas and access to rights.
Wow, that is fascinating. Okay, so where are you from?
I need to mention I'm also a Forbes 30 under 30 3 times, but not in jail yet. Not in jail.
Not in jail yet. Wait, you can hold the mic because you're going to be doing most of the talking. So, refugee woman getting into tech, and where are you from initially?
France.
You're from France. Very cool. So the product's live. How many women have you helped currently get
But
jobs?
I need to talk about the product. So,
yeah, talk about the product.
Right before, it was a platform where we would match employers who are looking for tech talent with the refugee women, but now we're doing it through AI. So our product is an LLM that has the data, the things for all of the thousands of women who help in Europe right now, and can match the new woman with like another woman who succeeded in the program and is in a job with another mentor that is part of our programs. Then the matching is personalized and also accurate with the market needs.
Got it. So how do you get companies willing to sponsor these women that are trying to get into tech? How does that work?
The companies are not sponsoring. The companies are hiring, right?
Right.
And what they're seeing is that this talent who's invisible, they can get access to it at a better, terms. Because these women don't have many options.
Right.
It's either they work as a cleaning lady, or either you get someone who's hungry for a better life that she will not get because the market doesn't see them. So you get women who are, the turnover is very low for these women once they are hired. And they also have, because the reality of this place is that if you're a refugee person, you never left because you wanted to leave. You have to leave to save your life. Sometimes you lose someone from your family, but hopefully you only lose material stuff. So you lose your house, your car, all of your diplomas, but you're still with your family and you need to sustain that family. So the drive to just find a job as soon as possible and a better job is very high.
That's amazing. So you've helped thousands of women. Where are most of these women, like how are you sourcing the refugee women? How are they finding out about you?
So we work across Europe, especially in the countries where most of them are coming from. So Italy, crossing to get to the Europe, Italy and Greece. We also work in France and soon in Germany. And they're coming from all over the world. You know, when we started in 2018, most of the women were coming from Syria and Afghanistan a bit. Since 2021, we have a lot from Afghanistan, but since 2022, we get a lot of Ukrainian people.
Yeah. Interesting. And are most of them getting jobs in Europe, or is it in the U.S. and they're getting
in Europe? We're only because your government has decided that anyone who's not white South African is not a refugee, so we have no refugee resettlement at this time. So there's no way we can launch this program in the U.S. until a new government comes in play. But for now, it's working in Europe, and we're getting beautiful talent from across the world, speaks different languages, and is hungry for innovation and for going ahead.
That's amazing. So you've helped thousands of women. Are you at Columbia Business School?
No, I'm at the law school.
Oh, you're at the law school? Very cool. And so what's like your vision for the business, I don't know, in the next 5 years?
Well, I think it's this market dysfunction where you have all of these employers in Europe looking for talent, especially in tech, who know about AI, and we're matching these people, these women who are not visible. Because, you know, when you're named a refugee, people think that you're poor and you're uneducated, which is not the case, because if you've made it to Europe, you're probably one of the very well educated.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So prejudice is the prejudices about refugees and what people tell about what is a refugee that is removing these women from the market.
Right. So it's mainly European companies.
Just also American companies who are in Europe.
In Europe, and it's basically only tech jobs.
Yes.
Like
so for example,
software
engineering, hardware. So it could be like networks, network infrastructure. And you know, the beauty of it is that these women are in between maybe 20 to 50 years old. They have lives behind them. They have huge soft skills. They've maybe managed their own hospital in Kabul, or they were like the best journalist in I don't know, Amman. And they are able to come with all of these soft skills and reskill, so it shows adaptation, right?
Right.
Then I'll give you one story, is because we get a lot of people who are actually lawyers and judges and prosecutors, because these people in countries where there's no democracy or democracy is not really it's shaking, these people are the first targets for being killed. So I have the story of this Guatemalan lady who put a lot of people in jail, of course, and most of the people get out of jail, the killers. She had to move out. And now she's a cybersecurity specialist in one of the premium banks in Europe, BNP Paribas, because she can use all of the skills that she has as a prosecutor in the cybersecurity field.
Right.
She has a lot of stuff.
That's very interesting. So basically the pitch to women is these refugee women, they maybe try LinkedIn, they just try cold applying to jobs. It doesn't work for them.
No, because if you have a diploma from Damascus or from Kabul, the employers are like, I don't know what that is.
Right.
Unless they speak to us, they trust us, and they see in the program the women's progress, and then a mentor who's the volunteer in that country just says, you know what, I vouch for her. I've seen her, she speaks a word of Italian, and now 9 months later, she's just fluent in Italian. That's the speed at which she learns.
Right.
And that's the drive she has.
Right. Got it. So this basically is their best option for getting a job. That's the pitch to refugee women when you're trying to onboard them to apply.
It's probably a really good option for any woman who just doesn't want to be downgraded on the job market,
That makes sense.
which is the case across Europe. It's 40% of the refugee women in Europe will be downgraded on the job market, and for the one who can't find a job, I mean, it's most of them, so it takes them 5 years to find a job in that local country.
Yeah, got it. And how do you make money? Or just you take a percentage
Companies,
of salary?
I take,
Got it.
50%, and we also have lots of foundation of companies thinking that this is a good investment as a foundation of the company to make for the sort of job market to be more inclusive.
Okay, very interesting. Final question. There's a lot of refugee men, I assume. Do you ever think your platform will support them or women only?
So the reason we're not doing men is they're well served at the moment. So most of the charities supporting refugees welcome men, and the women don't come because they take care. So you know, the man is seen as the provider, as the one who work for the family. And so by creating just a program for women, we're creating a safe space for them to be ambitious.
Right.
And this doesn't exist yet in other charities. So if we would bring the men, I think the movement would just help.
That makes sense.
Sadly.
Okay. Interesting. You started this business before law school.
Yes.
So I assume it's pretty hard doing both, or not for you? Law school running a business.
Well, I can do it, but also I have a beautiful team. We have a team of employees in Milan, in Athens, and in Paris right now, and they're just amazing. They're very good.
Got it.
I don't do it alone.
Yeah, I see. So what was the point of, what was the driving force of coming to law school?
I am researching. I'm from the north of France, I told you.
Right.
And all of my life I've seen people dying to cross to get to another place. It's not that they like the money, because they pay 5,000 to smugglers to get there. I pay 80K to get to the other side.
Right.
They could pay for it.
Right.
They're not allowed because of their nationality. We say, you are not from the right country, you can't cross. And that pisses them off.
Yeah.
So that's my very drive, is to see this removed. Why are they not allowed to cross? It's legacy, it's legal. That means that it's a law. So I would like to change the law. I would like that immigration policies to be different. What I'm doing at the law school right now is I'm researching immigration policies in the US and immigration policies in Europe and how they're the same. Different structure, different rhetoric, but it's exactly going the same direction. And because we need to think of the 10 next year of our job, it's very important for me to understand where the laws are going to go, how they're going to make it difficult, or how we're going to find the loopholes, as well as how we're going to just make sure that we get the money to sustain our jobs, our business.
Listen.
Yeah.
Well, you seem very passionate about what you're doing. Really good work. And I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.